Welcome back to our channel World of Coins, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. In the years following World War II, the United States was entering a new era of prosperity and change. The year 1949 marked a time of optimism, growth, and transformation for the nation. Families were buying homes, industries were booming, and a sense of hope filled the air. Among the many everyday items that carried this spirit of renewal was a small but iconic coin, the Lincoln 1-cent Wheat Penny of 1949. This coin, though just a cent in denomination, is far from ordinary. It belongs to the long-running Lincoln Wheat Cent series that began in 1909, and it stands as a reminder of America's enduring values. Struck in copper, the 1949 penny has become a favorite for collectors who admire both its history and its rarity and exceptional condition. The obverse proudly carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's profile had already become an American classic by the time this coin was minted, symbolizing leadership, courage, and unity. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," alongside his portrait reflect the timeless ideals that Americans held dear in the post-war period. On the reverse, the graceful wheat stalks frame the denomination and the words, "United States of America." This design, simple yet deeply meaningful, represents agriculture, prosperity, and the hard work of the people who were building a brighter future in the late 1940s. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins feature a small D, and San Francisco pennies show an S under the date. These mint marks give each version its own level of desirability, with some being harder to find than others. While millions were minted, the vast majority were spent in everyday transactions. They bought groceries, paid for newspapers, and jingled in the pockets of a new generation that was moving toward the modern age. This heavy circulation means that most 1949 pennies today are worn and common, but hidden among them are treasures, coins that were preserved in mint condition, never touched by circulation. These pieces, glowing with original red luster, are the ones that command extraordinary values in the world of numismatics. Collectors prize the sharp details of Lincoln's portrait, the crispness of the inscriptions, and the rich copper color. A 1949 penny that has survived with these features intact is more than a coin, it is a masterpiece of preservation. The coin also carries fascination because of its varieties and potential errors. From repunched mint marks to double die obverse, error coins from this year add even more excitement to the hunt. These rare mistakes are the kind of discoveries that thrill collectors and skyrocket in value when they appear at auction. Every time one of these high-grade or rare variety 1949 pennies surfaces, it sparks tremendous interest. Auction houses highlight them as special pieces, and bidding wars often drive prices to incredible heights. The artistry of Brenner's design continues to inspire admiration, even decades after its introduction. The balance between Lincoln's dignified profile and the elegant wheat stalks creates a design that collectors still regard as one of the finest in American coinage. To imagine this coin in circulation is to picture a bustling post-war America. Children flipping pennies for games, families saving them in jars, and businesses giving them as change. Each coin carried stories from that time of transition and hope. The Wheat Penny series itself has always held a special place in American culture. Many collectors began their journey with these coins, searching through pocket change to complete sets. The 1949 issue, sitting in the later part of the series, represents both continuity and closure. Though the wheat design would continue until 1958, the coins of the late 1940s are especially admired for their historical placement. They reflect the confidence of a nation that had emerged from war into a time of innovation and prosperity. The survival of pristine 1949 wheat pennies is what makes them legendary today. Out of the millions produced, only a small number remain in flawless or near-flawless condition. This scarcity is what makes them so valuable and so admired. The copper color of these coins adds to their beauty. Collectors seek examples with a full red finish, untouched by oxidation. Such coins shine as brightly today as they did when they first left the presses more than 70 years ago. Finding such a treasure is rare, but it does happen. Stories circulate of people discovering old rolls or jars containing coins worth far more than anyone expected. These tales fuel the passion of collectors everywhere. The thrill of searching for a 1949 penny in top condition is part of what keeps the numismatic world alive. Every coin examined holds the possibility of being a hidden gem, a fortune in disguise. Beyond its value, the 1949 penny carries emotional weight. It is a relic of a hopeful era, when families were building dreams and a new chapter in American life was being written. Collectors often describe these coins as history in your hand. Each one connects us to a time of optimism, when America was reshaping its identity in the aftermath of global conflict. Over time, the reputation of the 1949 penny has only grown. It is now regarded as one of the standout coins in the Wheat Penny series, not just for its age but for its scarcity in high grades. The coin's popularity extends worldwide. Collectors beyond America admire it as part of the legendary Lincoln Cent series, one of the longest-running and most beloved coin designs ever struck. Every detail, from the strike of Lincoln's profile to the curve of the wheat stalks, tells a story of craftsmanship. It reminds us that even the smallest coin was created with artistry and care. The penny's enduring appeal is a testament to its symbolic power. Though only 1 cent in face value, its worth today proves that history and rarity can elevate even the humblest objects. Collectors who own a 1949 wheat penny in pristine condition know they possess something extraordinary. It is not just money, it is a legacy, a piece of American heritage that will only grow more valuable over time. The fascination with this coin will never fade. It represents discovery, beauty, and the thrill of numismatics in one small copper piece. Each time a record-breaking sale is announced, the legend of the 1949 penny grows stronger. It inspires collectors new and old to keep searching, keep learning, and keep appreciating the stories coins carry. This is what makes the Lincoln Wheat Penny series so beloved, the ability of a single coin to capture history, emotion, and extraordinary value. And among these, the 1949 penny shines as one of the greatest prizes. Today, the rarest and most pristine examples of the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny are valued at an astounding $455,000. Top 2. The year 1953 was a fascinating time in American history. The war was long over, the nation was thriving, and people were embracing a new era of technology, industry, and suburban living. Families were buying new homes, televisions were becoming a part of daily life, and optimism filled the air. Among all these changes, the United States Mint continued producing coins that would quietly make their way into the hands of millions of Americans. One of those coins, the Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny of 1953, has since captured the imagination of collectors around the world. This coin may look like just a simple copper cent, but it is far more than that. It is part of the legendary Lincoln Wheat Penny series that ran from 1909 to 1958, one of the most beloved coin designs in American history. The 1953 issue stands out because of its scarcity in the highest grades and because of the stories it tells about post-war America. On the obverse of the coin, we see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. By 1953, Lincoln's face had already been on the cent for over 40 years, becoming a familiar image in every household. His profile is bold and dignified, framed by the words, "In God We Trust," at the top and "Liberty" on the side, with the year 1953 anchoring the design at the bottom. The reverse of the coin is equally iconic, featuring 2 wheat stalks curving along the edges, encasing the words, "1 cent" and "United States of America." This wheat design represents strength, prosperity, and the hard work that built the country. It is simple, timeless, and instantly recognizable to collectors. The 1953 penny was struck at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins show a small D, and San Francisco issues bear the letter S under the date. Each mint's production adds another layer of intrigue for collectors, with certain issues being harder to find in pristine condition. Although millions of these pennies were produced, most of them circulated heavily. They were used in vending machines, grocery stores, and soda fountains, paying for everyday items in a time when a penny still had real purchasing power. Because they were used so widely, finding a coin from 1953 in untouched mint condition is a rare occurrence today. Collectors place great emphasis on the condition of the coin. While worn examples are easy to find, it is the bright, red luster pennies that have survived unscathed that bring in astonishing values. A flawless 1953 wheat penny, with glowing copper color and sharp details, is a true prize in the world of numismatics. Adding to the excitement are the varieties and errors that emerged during production. Repunched mint marks, double die varieties, and off-center strikes from 1953 have become highly sought after. These unique pieces tell the story of the minting process and remind us that even the smallest mistakes can turn a common coin into a rare treasure. Every time one of these rare 1953 pennies appears at auction, collectors take notice. The bidding is fierce, and the final price often far exceeds expectations. This ongoing demand shows the timeless appeal of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series and the enduring charm of the 1953 issue. The design by Brenner continues to inspire admiration even decades later. His work balanced elegance with simplicity, creating a coin that felt both personal and national. Lincoln's image, paired with the wheat design, struck a chord with Americans who valued honesty, hard work, and unity. For many, the 1953 penny is more than just copper, it is a piece of family history. Parents and grandparents often saved these coins, tucking them away in jars and drawers, passing them down through generations as mementos of another time. The 1953 wheat penny also represents a bridge between eras. It connects the struggles of the Great Depression and World War II with the optimism of the 1950s, when America was looking forward to a future of growth and innovation. Collectors who own a 1953 penny in pristine condition often describe it as holding history in their hands. Its shine and preservation make it feel like a time capsule, a direct link to the post-war era. The coin's copper surface can take on many tones, from deep brown to bright red. Those that still retain their original red brilliance are the most valuable, as they appear today just as they did when first struck over 70 years ago. Numismatists treasure these coins not only for their rarity but also for the story they tell. The 1953 penny is part of the larger Lincoln Wheat Cent journey, a series that has introduced countless people to the joy of coin collecting. The thrill of discovery is part of what keeps this coin alive in popular imagination. Many stories have been told of collectors finding rare 1953 pennies hidden away in old rolls, jars, or estates, transforming what seemed like pocket change into a life-changing discovery. Beyond its financial value, the coin carries emotional weight. It represents the post-war American dream, when families were rebuilding, communities were thriving, and optimism was at its peak. Collectors around the world admire the 1953 wheat penny for its design, history, and scarcity. It is not just an American treasure but an international symbol of how small coins can carry big stories. As the decades pass, the surviving high-grade 1953 pennies only grow rarer. Each year, fewer examples remain in top condition, and demand among collectors continues to rise. This scarcity fuels its extraordinary value in today's market. The penny's story also reminds us of the artistry and craftsmanship that went into even the smallest denomination of currency. Every detail was carefully designed, making even a humble coin a work of art. When a coin like the 1953 wheat penny achieves record-breaking prices, it captures attention far beyond the coin-collecting world. News outlets share the story, sparking curiosity and inspiring new generations of collectors. It is this combination of beauty, rarity, and history that makes the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny so special. It embodies the very essence of why people collect coins in the first place. To own one is to own a piece of America's past, a tangible reminder of a nation's resilience, progress, and dreams for the future. Even in a time when pennies are often overlooked, the 1953 wheat penny proves that small things can hold immense significance. It is a reminder that history often hides in plain sight. The legacy of the Lincoln Wheat Penny continues to grow, and the 1953 issue remains one of its shining examples. Its story will continue to inspire, fascinate, and captivate collectors for generations to come. And today, the rarest and most pristine examples of the 1953 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny are valued at an astonishing $335,000. Top 3. In the year 1957, America was buzzing with change and excitement. The post-war boom was still strong. Elvis Presley was topping the music charts, cars with tail fins cruised the highways, and the space race was about to take off. While the country was racing toward the future, the United States Mint continued to quietly produce one of the most iconic coins in history, the Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. The 1957 issue would become one of the last years of the famous wheat cent series before it was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, making it a coin of both beauty and nostalgia. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series had already been in production for nearly 50 years by the time the 1957 coin rolled off the presses. First introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the design by Victor David Brenner became one of the most beloved in American numismatics. Its enduring popularity made the wheat cent a coin cherished not just for its use in commerce but also for its symbolism of American values. On the obverse of the 1957 penny, the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln takes center stage. His face, noble and steady, is surrounded by the motto, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," on the left, and the date 1957 on the right. This portrait had long been a symbol of leadership and integrity, reminding Americans of the president who guided the nation through its greatest trial, the Civil War. The reverse side of the coin features the classic wheat design, two sheaves arching along the sides, framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. At the top, the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, completes the design. The wheat stalks were Brenner's tribute to America's agricultural strength, symbolizing growth, prosperity, and the roots of the nation. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck in large numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver show the small d beneath the date. Collectors today often seek out both types, with the Denver mint mark examples especially known for their sharp strikes and occasional varieties. Though millions were produced, most of these coins saw heavy use in circulation. They jingled in children's piggy banks, bought candy bars and sodas, and served as everyday pocket change in diners, gas stations, and movie theaters of the 1950s. Because they were so widely used, the majority of surviving 1957 pennies are worn and of little value. The true treasures, however, are those rare coins that somehow escaped circulation. These pennies, preserved in pristine condition with full red copper luster, have become gems in the numismatic world. Their untouched beauty makes them not just coins but time capsules of the 1950s. Collectors also hunt for special varieties and errors from 1957. Repunched mint marks, double die strikes, and off-center coins from this year add even more allure to the hunt. These errors, born from small mistakes during the minting process, often command extraordinary premiums when discovered. When pristine 1957 wheat pennies appear at auction, they generate tremendous excitement. Collectors bid fiercely, knowing how rare it is to find one in flawless condition. The record prices achieved for such coins demonstrate the power of rarity combined with history. The design itself is part of what makes the 1957 penny so beloved. Lincoln's dignified portrait alongside the wheat stalks creates a balance of strength and simplicity that still resonates with collectors today. It is a design that feels both patriotic and timeless. The historical context adds even more depth. By 1957, Americans were experiencing both stability and change. The Cold War was heating up, technology was advancing rapidly, and a new era of culture was being born. The penny, though small, became a part of that story, quietly passing through the lives of millions during a time of transformation. The Wheat Penny series also holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors because it was often the first coin people searched for in pocket change. Generations of kids filled coin folders with wheat cents, hoping to complete their sets. The 1957 issue, being one of the last, holds extra sentimental value. Its placement near the end of the series makes it symbolic. Just 2 years later, the reverse design would change to the Lincoln Memorial, ending the long run of wheat pennies. The 1957 penny is thus a reminder of the close of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in American coinage. Despite being one of the more common wheat cents, its condition is what elevates its importance. High-grade, brilliant red examples are stunning to behold and extremely difficult to find, which is why they fetch incredible values today. Copper coins are especially vulnerable to wear, oxidation, and discoloration over time. That makes the survival of a 1957 penny in perfect red condition all the more remarkable. Such coins shine as brightly now as they did more than 60 years ago. Collectors value these coins not just for their beauty but for the history they carry. A 1957 penny is a tiny window into mid-century America, a reminder of jukeboxes, drive-in theaters, and the spirit of innovation that defined the decade. The coin also carries global appeal. Collectors outside of the United States admire it as part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, one of the most enduring and widely collected coins in the world. For those lucky enough to own one of the rarest and most pristine examples, the 1957 penny becomes more than money, it becomes a piece of American legacy. It is history you can hold in your hand, with all the meaning and memory of its time embedded in copper. The Wheat Penny series continues to captivate collectors because it combines artistry, accessibility, and the thrill of discovery. The 1957 issue embodies all of these qualities, making it a must-have for serious numismatists. Even today, people still search old jars, drawers, and collections in hopes of uncovering a wheat penny that might turn out to be a treasure. The possibility of finding a 1957 gem is what keeps the passion alive. Over the decades, this coin has grown more valuable, not only for its rarity and perfect grades but also for its place in history. Its story is one of endurance, nostalgia, and timeless appeal. Numismatics is about more than collecting coins, it is about connecting with the past. The 1957 penny is a perfect example of this, embodying both the everyday lives of Americans and the artistry of U.S. coinage. As years go by, fewer flawless 1957 pennies remain, and their scarcity only increases their worth. This growing rarity ensures that their legend will continue well into the future. To collectors, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny represents the final beauty of an era and the last breath of a design that had shaped American coinage for half a century. It is often said that coins are storytellers in metal, and the 1957 penny tells a story of hope, change, and history. Its small size hides the immense importance it carries. Every discovery of a pristine example renews the fascination, reminding us that even the smallest coin can become a national treasure. The Lincoln Wheat Penny of 1957 remains one of the shining stars of American numismatics, admired for its history, design, and extraordinary rarity in high-grade condition. And today, the rarest and most pristine examples of the 1957 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny are valued at an incredible $315,000.